Today, we've got some breaking news about the iPhone 16 that Apple probably didn't want us to know just yet. We all know how secretive Apple can be, but it looks like the release date for the iPhone 16 might have just been leaked ahead of time, and it's all thanks to an Apple store in Sweden. Let's dive into the details. Apple being Apple, they always make sure their special events, especially the iPhone announcements, stand out. The iPhone is Apple's biggest moneymaker, so they want everything to be perfect. But here's where things get interesting this year. The iPhone 16 is going to be announced this Monday. That's right, Monday, not Tuesday like they usually do. Why? Because of a major event in the US, the presidential debate. Apple decided to move things up to avoid any clash with that. So we're all set for Apple's Glow Time event, where we expect the iPhone 16 to be unveiled. The event is scheduled for September 9. However, as Apple typically does, they kept quiet about pre-order and release dates. Now let's talk about what we've heard so far. One report claims that pre-orders for the iPhone 16 will go live on September 12th, which is a Thursday. That's kind of surprising since Apple usually opens up pre-orders on a Friday. But hey, it seems like everything is a little off schedule this year. Now here's where things get juicy. New iPhones usually go on sale the Friday after the announcement, which would mean we should expect the iPhone 16 to be in stores on September 19, right? Well, not quite. An Apple store opening in Solna, Sweden, at the Mall of Scandinavia, might have just given us a clue about the real release date. The store is set to open its doors on September 20, and that's got people thinking that the iPhone 16 release date will actually be September 20, not the 19th. It makes sense, doesn't it? If Apple's opening a brand new store, they definitely wouldn't want to miss out on one of the biggest iPhone launches of the year. The timing feels a bit too perfect to be a coincidence. This was first spotted by Unmore, and their theory holds up. It's pretty clear Apple is planning the store opening to coincide with the iPhone 16's launch. So what can we expect from the iPhone 16 lineup? We're just one day away from the big reveal, and the rumors are pretty exciting. Here's a quick breakdown of what we might see. 1. Bigger Pro models. Apple is expected to introduce even bigger models for the Pro series. If you thought the current sizes were huge, just wait for these new ones. 2. Faster chips. Every year, Apple steps up its game with new, faster chips, and the iPhone 16 is no different. Expect some major improvements in speed and efficiency. 3. Thinner bezels. We've heard that the bezels on the iPhone 16 are going to be even thinner, giving the phone a sleek, almost edge-to-edge display. 4. New capture button. This is a pretty cool feature. The iPhone 16 is rumored to come with a new capture button, which could be used for taking pictures and videos more easily. 5. Improved cameras. Apple always focuses on camera upgrades, and this year will be no different. Expect sharper photos, better low-light performance, and possibly even more AI-powered features. 6. AI features. Speaking of AI, Apple is reportedly going all in on artificial intelligence this year. We could see AI playing a bigger role in everything from photography to how we interact with our phones. So, there you have it. It looks like the iPhone 16 will be released on September 20, not the 19th as we might have expected, thanks to this Apple Store leak from Sweden. We're just one day away from the official announcement, but it seems like we already know more than Apple wanted us to. Are you excited about the iPhone 16? What feature are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the latest tech news and reviews. We've had a lot more exciting content coming your way. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, when you don't clearly expect any other major changes, we're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.